Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Um, I am so sorry I'm behind on my videos, but I thought I would drop this video since we are experiencing a lot of Mandela effects, those who are woke. I know that this has been going on for quite some time, however the case may be. There's been some incidents of some celebrity deaths that have been mentioned in the news media that I know have taken place before. Just recently, Hank Aaron. I know I have read about him passing maybe as far as maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So this is where it's into play. Now, I wanted to play this next video clip that talks about the Georgia Guidestones. I did a video maybe about a year ago that's all prior pandemic. Bottom line is, it does not matter at this point who built it, why, and actually where, okay? Because right now it's real, it's happening, and we need to decipher and figure out what we're going to do about it. It is what it is. Those who woke, those who have the eyes to see, let's get on this. Let me know your thoughts, comment below, and more videos to come, and I'll see you next video.
To believe there is indeed an underground base underneath the Denver airport. My year, there's certainly a possibility of that, but again, I need to see the evidence for that, but I'm open to it. Right. Now, let me ask you another question. When I was going through the airport, I remember as I got on the tram, I saw this gold cart that had the letters AUAG. What does that say to you? People think that refers to a certain type of virus, and that the New World Order is going to unleash a virus. The AUAG is said to refer to Australia antigen, a deadly strain of hepatitis. But for me as a geologist, it makes a lot more sense that it's referring to the periodic symbols for gold and silver, products of the Colorado mining industry. Do you think that in this New World Order, the powers that be, maybe one of the things that's part of their plan is to release a worldwide virus or pandemic on the world? Why would they do that? Is it to cripple the population so that they can take over easier? Is it to deliberately reduce the population? Depopulation so they can easier control the people. There's a lot of talk on the internet that there's going to be a terrorist attack on the White House, and they're going to move the capital to Denver. And everybody's sitting around here, watching Wheel of Fortune, whatever, going out and doing their big screen TV, completely asleep to what's going on, just like in pre-Nazi Germany. What other evidence do you have that might tie this New World Order to the Denver airport? There's also the underground tunnels underneath the Denver International Airport. It's 53 square miles. That's huge. Big area. And that could have been used for an underground base. An underground base as large as you're talking about. One of the first things I would want to do is to find out if the local geology here in Denver even lends itself to a base like that. That's why I called you out here, Scott. I want for us to dig and for us to prove that the New World Order has an underground base and tunnels underneath the Denver International Airport. That would be a huge find. It's not about people proposing ideas, proposing theories. It's about the evidence. If we're going to get to the truth of this, we've got to have facts. I'm looking for evidence of a dangerous secret society known as the New World Order. And not just whether it exists, but whether a secret base is hidden underneath the Denver airport. To shed some light, we need to dig. It's said that this organization is made up of a small group of the world's most powerful people who are planning to stage government takeovers around the world. Uncovering their hideout would go a long way to finding out exactly who's involved and what the New World Order has in store for all of us. Tell me again, what is it that makes you think that the New World Order could have built this extensive tunnel system under the Denver airport? There's a whistleblower, and he supposedly blew the whistle on the Denver airport. He was a geologist. He had a high security clearance with the government. He says he went in underneath the Denver airport, and it had, I believe, 6 to 7 levels, he said. Really? That leads me to believe there is indeed an underground base underneath the Denver airport. My years of experience have told me the whistleblowers are usually telling the truth because they got a lot to lose.
Where's this guy now? Maybe we should talk to him.
He died shortly after. They said it was a suicide, but his ex-wife is saying that he was murdered.
That sounds really suspicious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that leads us back to our own investigation here. What I'd like to do is try to get a feel for the local geology here to see if this mass of tunnels that you talk about is really a possibility. I mean, if the geology lends itself to that, they could go for a long ways. If it doesn't, then maybe it's not as likely. Bar Lake Park is pretty close to Denver Airport, and so the geology in both places should be similar. The idea of the New World Order hiding a vast network of tunnels here beneath America's busiest airport is a huge yet frightening undertaking. A soil survey from just a few feet deep ought to tell me whether it's even possible to build an underground base like Greg is suggesting. You know what? That's all sand.
Looks like it's getting a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it's getting lighter in color.
What do you think?
Hey, what I'd like to do, clear out all this stuff here. I'm gonna look at it with my hand lens here.
Okay.
Let me take a look here. Well, you know what, Greg? This is mostly sandstone. Relatively clean sand. It looks like it's mostly quartz. And we're within a few miles of the airport, so the geology here is probably similar over there. And if that's the case, this type of rock would be some of the easiest material to tunnel through. So the geology certainly works in your favor as far as a massive tunnel system. Based on what I see here, the question isn't whether the New World Order could have built this tunnel system that you claim. The question now is, did they? So, have you tried contacting the officials at the airport? I mean, ask them questions?
Yeah, I've called many times and got nothing but rude comments, wouldn't answer my questions, and it's just a dead end.
Just blew you off, huh?
Yep.
I wonder if they'd answer questions if I asked them. Can you give me the number? And I will call them.
Sure.
All right.
You know, there's another place that you might be interested in. It's in Georgia, and they're called the Georgia Guidestones.
I've heard of the Georgia Guidestones. They are a set of mysterious granite slabs placed in the Georgia countryside in 1980. The monument is inscribed with a modern 10 Commandments written in 8 different languages. What frightens a lot of people is the suggestion that the human race be cut down from 7 billion to 500 million people. No one has worked out who is behind the Guidestones or why they are here, but this sounds eerily like New World Order depopulation.
Hi, this is Stacy with Denver International Airport. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you shortly.
Hi, my name is Scott Wolter. I'm a forensic geologist and I'm investigating claims that there's a secret tunnel system under the Denver airport that's connected to the New World Order. Well, I'd just like some answers. My investigation into an alleged secret society called the New World Order has taken me from the Denver airport all the way to Georgia. I want to know if there is truth to the idea that the New World Order intends to reduce the world's population and stage a frightening global takeover. Some say the organization's home base is hidden underneath the Denver airport. Meanwhile, these massive stones in Georgia, called the Guidestones, which are inscribed with 10 modern commandments in 8 different languages, could also be a clue to who is behind this seemingly sinister group.
Scott?
Gary, how you doing?
Good. Welcome to Elbert County.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
You impressed?
Well, so far, tell you what, I just came from the Denver airport, and I'm investigating the New World Order. Many people say that these stones might be part of this New World Order. What can you tell me about these stones?
These stones were erected in about 1980, and they were commissioned by a man named R.C. Christian. They're all cut from local granite. Elbert County is the granite capital of the world.
These are big slabs, and if you don't mind, I'm going to take a quick peek here. I'm a geologist, so the rocks are of particular interest, and it's relatively flat, but it's not polished or dressed clean. This is a fairly fine-grained granite. It's very uniform, and these are massive slabs. Typically, you won't see slabs this big coming out of a quarry,
That's
right?
correct. That's right.
So whoever did this definitely spent some money, a lot of money. So the message that they're sending is very important. You know, this whole thing about this new world order, we're talking about a small group of people that would set up a worldwide government that would basically run the world in all of us. And many people are concerned about that, and this monument here certainly gives people a reason to think about that. Now, we've got unite humanity with a living new language, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. That seems relatively innocuous. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Now that sounds very New World Order-ish. And look at the top. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. If that doesn't sound like a New World Order mandate, I don't know what does. I mean, that's dramatic. And if that is the mission, how would they do that? Are we talking about a nuclear war? Are we talking about a pandemic that's going to kill most of the people on the planet?
Well, I think that you have to keep in mind the area in which these things were built. This was done in 1980. That was kind of in the heyday of the Cold War, and I think that people.
We've been waiting to get to this place. Here it is, the famous Georgia Guidestones. I mean, this is fucking really spooky, really, tell you the truth. I mean, it's pretty weird. Here it is. As you can see, these are all solid granite slabs, which I was in the granite industry, and this is a bitch to set these things, I'm going to tell you right now. This cost a lot of money to cut these things and to do this. All right, guys, check this out. There's a time capsule that's built 6 feet below this spot right here. And it doesn't tell you when it's supposed to be opened or anything right here. And, wow. So this is due north this way, due east, due west, and south. They got the Babylonian cuneiform, the Egyptian hieroglyphics. The writing on the weird Egyptian hieroglyphics stands for, let these guidestones be an age of reason. Yeah. The holes do this, they do... Channel through stone indicates celestial pole. The horizontal slot indicates annual travel of the sun. And the sunbeam through the capstone marks noontime throughout the year. They misspelled pseudonym. Yeah. Oh, they did. It's like a typo. Physical data right here. Well, as much money as they paid the granite company, Georgia Granite Company did this, right? I remember some guys that worked for there. They worked on this deal. They told me it was fucked up. Alberton Granite Museum and Exhibit, Alberton, Georgia. Yeah. Yep. Unbelievable. Wonder what's in the time capsule. Yeah, I'd like to know. Why don't they have a date when it's supposed to be opened? You know? Yeah. It's stupid. Yeah. All right, here we go. Maintain humanity under 500 million. So, how many people we got to kill?
We got to kill a lot of people.
Well, Monsanto's doing a good job. Maybe Monsanto, maybe they did this. Yeah, it's a good possibility. Who knows? But they want to kill plenty of people.
We just know that they're killing a lot of people.
Here we go. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Okay, well, that's eugenics. So who's the head of eugenics right now, Scotty? Bill Gates? Seriously. Pretty much. There's no eugenics anymore. Well, I mean, okay, here we go. What else we got here? Unite humanity with a living new language. It's like Bible stuff. There we go. The Babylon, right? Babylon. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Get rid of all your passion, get rid of all your faith, and get rid of all your old traditions with reason. Well, that might be good. What do you think? Sounds like you're a robot. Well, I mean, but some of the old-fashioned stuff and some of
passion's important.
Well, passion we gotta have, you know. So I mean, we you know.
It says to become a robot and get rid of everything that we ever were.
But I mean, some of the old traditions are pretty
Some of them are
fucking lame. Okay, but I mean, some are okay with tempered reason. Okay, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Well,
Okay,
isn't that what America was all about? Weren't we supposed to be free? And,
It's just telling you what to think.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go from there. Okay, let's see. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Isn't that kind of like New World Order kind of thing? Isn't that like the United Nations?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the UN. Right
There we go. The United Nations. There we go. Maybe they built it. Okay, let's see. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Now that I agree with. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Avoid petty laws. Fuck yeah. And the useless officials. I mean, do you know any officials that aren't useless? Let's get rid of them. There we go. All right. Balance personal rights with social duties. Okay, come on now.
Sounds like Russia communist mode.
I mean,
Soviet Russia happening. Social duties.
Yes, let's get our social duties, huh? Okay.
Nazi Germany.
Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. That sounds pretty fucking...
That just sounds like it's thrown in there to sound like you're real nice or something.
Yeah,
It sounds
okay.
so stupid.
All right. Well, I mean, we can believe in that. We can prize truth. Yes, we prize truth,
They could
beauty,
just say,
love. Yes.
Prize good things.
Okay.
All right. Stuff.
Well, I like the next. I like the next one here. Be not a cancer on the earth. Okay, I can agree with that. Let's try not to be cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Well, I don't know. How many times have we traveled across the country? I think there's plenty of nature still left, isn't there?
Lots of it, but
I mean, I think there's a lot of nature still left. So, I don't know.
nature.
What do you think? Well, there it is. Pretty bizarre. Guys, I just want to let you know one thing. Each one of these blocks right here weigh 25,000 pounds. Okay, so 25,000 pounds each. And it cost a lot of money.
Just to get an idea of how big they are.
It's a lot of money to build these things, man. So who the hell did